So week 2 is done, and let me tell you, it's been a challenging one. With all the snow and ice, I've had to do every single session on the turbo and haven't been able to get outside for a run. But despite the challenges, I managed to remain consistent and the hard work is starting to pay off.
So this kind of week was all about adapting. I ended up swapping outdoor rides for structured turbo sessions and kind of leaned into the controlled environment to kind of really focus on my power numbers. The sessions were tough, but I could really feel the improvements kicking in, like especially during the VO2 max intervals. They're brutal, but they're definitely key to boosting my aerobic capacity. So in this video, I'm going to run you through a full week of training and show you my progress.
So it's day 7 and I'm already down over half a kilo, so that's good. But most of that's going to be water weight, having switching over to the low carb diet. But yeah, today starting real training, but as you can see outside, the weather is not conducive to riding outside. So I'm going to do today's session on the turbo.
Let's talk about VO2 max intervals and why I'm focusing on them. These sessions are designed to push my aerobic engine to its limits, helping me to increase the maximum amount of oxygen my body can use during exercise. That's a huge deal for endurance sports like cycling and running, where the ability to sustain high efforts for longer is key. In other words, VO2 max intervals are like turbocharging my fitness.
So today's session is 10 times 1 minute at 435 watts with 1.5 minutes recovery between each of the efforts. Yeah, it should be a tough one, but yeah, a good one to kind of start off this kind of first block of training. Yeah, so I doubt I'll be doing a tempo run today.
So frustratingly, I wasn't able to get out and do a run. I just switched it into a turbo session instead, doing 4 times 6 minutes at sweet spot. Yeah, to kind of replicate the effort that I would have done outside. Not ideal, but we're going to have to make do.
So it's the evening of day 9, and yeah, today was a much easier day, just an hour and 15 minutes on the turbo in zone 2, which actually is a little bit harder than you think. It's not like an easy ride. It's kind of like, for the first kind of part of it, it's like a kind of it's kind of an uncomfortable pace. For me, it was around about 270 watts. Yeah, definitely worked up an appetite after that, and but yeah, I've not had many carbs today. I think I've only had 60 grams of carbs, and it's now 7:20. So yeah, behind me here, cooking up a big bowl of risotto. Yeah, hopefully that should fill me up, and yeah, get my 150 grams of carbs.
After a few hard days on the bike, my body is running on empty. Glycogen, my main fuel for those hard efforts, is getting used up fast, and that's why hitting my goal of 150 grams of carbs each day is so important. It's like topping up the tank so I'm ready to go again tomorrow. Plus, carbs help with recovery, so I'm not flagging when it comes to that next workout. It's a small habit, but it makes a big difference when I'm pushing this hard.
So it's day 10 of the challenge, and today I'm back on the turbo for the second VO2 max session of the week, and this time it's 5 times 4 minutes at 400 watts. So yeah, a bit of a tasty session, and then after that I got about 20 minutes at zone 2, just to kind of bulk out the volume a little bit. Oh yeah, I was trying to fit this session in while Ada naps, but yeah, it looks like she had other plans. So yeah, I'm done 37 minutes. And still got 50 minutes left, but yeah, I've got to deal with this one first. Well, she's still asleep, so that's a result. But yeah, that was a tough session. Yeah, I was kind of suffering towards the end a little bit, but yeah, let's have a look at the numbers. So 400 watts on the first interval, 405, then 399, 412 and 415. So yeah, pretty good. We're pretty happy with that. And then after that, we did 20 minutes or just over 20 minutes at 250 watts or 243 watts to be exact. So I was hoping that I'd be able to get outside and ride the bike today, or go for a run at least. But yeah, it looks like it's still, it's -5. And yeah, there's so much ice around and stuff. So yeah, I think it's another day on the turbo. but I've already done like 2 VO2 max sessions this week, so yeah, I really need to get some kind of like endurance kind of zone 2 in. So yeah, I think thinking I'll probably have to be kind of like 2.5 hours on the turbo endurance kind of stuff. I'm not really a massive fan of kind of long turbo sessions. It's like, I just find them uncomfortable and not very much fun and very boring. So yeah, I'm gonna have to kind of psych myself up for that one. Maybe find some podcasts, maybe a film to watch, and see if I can get through it.
Even on a low carb plan, long endurance rides still need steady fuel, so I'm aiming to get about 30 to 40 grams per hour to keep my energy up without overloading. My go-tos are bananas, small carb drinks, or a bite of an energy bar just to stay strong and finish feeling good.
One hour down, and feeling a little bit uncomfortable, so I thought I'd take a few minutes off the bike to stretch out a little bit, and then jump back on. In the second hour, I'm going to do like 30 more minutes of zone 2, and then I'm going to do 5 times 1 minute at VO2 max. I know I said I wasn't going to do any VO2 max, but I thought might as well get the benefit. Then I don't have to do as long as a ride on a bike, and then 2 minutes recovery in between each of those 1 minutes, and then a nice cool down. So that should take me to just over it should take me about 2 hours. So did the 2 hours, and actually it wasn't too bad. I'm not sure how people can do multiple hours on the turbo. Like, it is so boring. I'd rather ride outside, if I'm honest.
There's one thing I've absolutely nailed this week. It's my nutrition. I feel like I've finally struck the right balance, keeping to around 150 grams of carbs per day, fueling the hard sessions and staying on track. It's been a bit of a trial and error, but this week it all just clicked. My favourite evening meal this week, hands down, sirloin steak with chimichurri, sautéed kale and garlic cauliflower mash. I never made cauliflower mash before, and wow, it's a game changer. Creamy, garlicky and super low carb. Pairing it with a perfectly cooked steak and the fresh kick of chimichurri was mwah. It's meals like this that make staying on track feel less like a diet and more like a treat. Good food, solid training and feeling fueled is all coming together.
So 15 days down and 15 to go. The question is, how far can I push it in the second half? And make sure you subscribe to follow the journey and see if I can go from fat to fast in 30 days.